Desmond "Ninjaman" Ballentine emerged in the 1980s as a formidable voice in dancehall, known for his gritty lyrics, unique stutter style, and hard-edged persona. His rise was marked by hits like Murder Dem and Border Clash, which reinforced his rude boy image and sparked controversy for glamorizing violence. By 1993, criticism mounted around his gun lyric themes, with concert appearances and record sales dwindling in reaction to the backlash to violent content. In a notable shift, he temporarily adopted the moniker Brother Desmond and transitioned to gospel reggae in 1997, reportedly drawing on his own battle with crack cocaine addiction toward a born-again Christian lifestyle. Ninjaman also branched into acting during this time, securing roles in Jamaican films such as Third World Cop, 1999, Rude Boy, The Jamaican Don, 2003, and Gangsta's Paradise, 2004. These roles added new dimensions to his creative expression, but they couldn't shield him from the looming legal troubles. In March 2009, Desmond Ballentine, his son Janelle, also called Janelle in some reports, and companions, including Dennis Clayton and Seymour Samuels, were arrested and charged with the murder of Ricardo "Ricky Trooper" Johnson. The shooting occurred on Mall Road in the Olympic Gardens area of Kingston. According to court records, a dispute the day before escalated when Ninjaman's group returned the following day, this time armed. They chased Johnson and a friend through a fence, and Johnson was fatally shot in the side. Ninjaman surrendered to police shortly thereafter, while others were detained in St. Anne. He was initially remanded for 3 years before being granted bail in March 2012 on a JMD $2,000 bond. The trial, however, was hampered by procedural delays. What started in 2009 saw 17 missed trial dates and over 20 mentions before proceedings properly began in 2016. During this lengthy pre-trial period, Ninjaman remained active in public life. He gave motivational talks to Jamaica Constabulary Force officers in January 2017 and even appeared as a judge on the TV dancehall talent show Magnum King and Queen while still on bail. The trial officially commenced in October 2017 in the Home Circuit Court in Kingston. It took roughly 5 weeks, concluding in late November with a jury finding Ninjaman, his son, and Clayton guilty of murder and shooting with intent. On November 21, 2017, the verdict was delivered. According to Jamaican expressions, the public reaction was largely resigned, and Ninjaman himself remained unfazed, reportedly declaring, "Don't worry yourself, Jamaica, I'll be back," as he was led away. On December 18, 2017, Justice Martin Gale handed down a life sentence with hard labor for Ninjaman. He was ordered to serve a minimum of 25 years before being eligible for parole. Simultaneously, he received a 20-year sentence for shooting with intent, set to run concurrently. His son, Janelle Ballentine, and Dennis Clayton were also sentenced to life imprisonment, though they must each serve at least 15 years before parole. Across Jamaican media and social networks, reactions ranged from shock at seeing a dancehall icon convicted of actual murder to discussions on the blurred line between stage persona and real-life violence. Critics pointed to how Ninjaman maintained prominent public roles, motivational speaker and TV judge, even as he awaited trial. Some interpreted his lyrics, once seen as performance, as eerily factual in light of the conviction. Despite his flamboyant references to guns and violence, his defense argued his lyrics were metaphorical. The prosecution countered that they reflected lived realities, a point made more tangible by the court's ultimate verdict. In response to the sentence, his attorney expressed intent to appeal, with one concern focused on the fact the judge conscripted a 7-member jury, not the 12 expounded by law for serious criminal trials. After the sentencing, Ninjaman's legal team formally filed an appeal with the Home Circuit Court. Subsequent hearings were scheduled for mid-2025 to argue issues including procedural fairness, lost alibi witnesses, and potential bias. Tragically, in early 2025, Ninjaman's lead appellate counsel, Valerie Nada Robertson, suddenly fell ill and passed away on February 25th. He later described her loss as a personal and strategic blow to his defense efforts. The appeal hearing resumed on June 2, 2025. Ninjaman's legal team emphasized several key points: the excessive delays before trial, the alleged absence of his requested alibi witnesses, and concerns that his prior celebrity influenced the jury unduly. Court records recount that around 7 witnesses testified for the prosecution, recalling how Ninjaman and 2 others allegedly stormed the yard and fired shots, forcing one to flee for safety. Prosecutors relied heavily on the doctrine of common design, linking Ninjaman, his son, and Clayton as co-conspirators in the shooting. They also described how the group returned with weapons after a prior verbal dispute. Ninjaman maintains his innocence in the 2009 incident, with his defense framing it as a misdirected legal targeting of a high-profile artist caught in a sensational case. Advocates for legal reform have seized on this case to highlight concerns about prolonged pretrial detention in Jamaica, noting how Ninjaman spent nearly 3 years behind bars before bail and nearly 8 years before sentencing. Supporters described the drawn-out proceedings as prejudicial. Key defense witnesses allegedly became unavailable over time, diminishing Ninjaman's ability to substantiate his alibi that he was in Mandeville during the shooting. Public commentary has also drawn comparisons between this case and the earlier 2014 conviction of his peer, Vybz Kartel, another dancehall star sentenced to life in prison for murder, though Kartel's conviction was later quashed by the Privy Council in 2024. Where Kartel's conviction was overturned due to juror misconduct, Ninjaman's appeal focuses on procedural irregularities, especially jury size and trial delay, rather than allegations of misconduct. As of June 2025, no definitive ruling on the appeal has been issued publicly. The case is ongoing, with observers watching closely for potential appellate precedent concerning fair trial rights in Jamaica. If his appeal succeeds, Ninjaman could see his life sentence overturned or remanded for retrial. If not, he remains imprisoned until around 2042 before the earliest possibility of parole. Over the years, his signature songs, Murder Dem, Permit to Bury, and Bad Boy No Cub Scout, have taken on new meaning in light of his conviction, often cited in media stories and documentaries covering dancehall and violence. His life behind bars and the pending legal decisions will likely continue attracting scrutiny, both among dancehall communities and legal reform advocates. In recent public statements, at least one co-accused expressed regret, while Ninjaman himself has remained defiant, maintaining public presence through prison letters and rare interviews. In sum, Desmond Ninjaman Ballentine's criminal saga spans decades, from gritty lyrics and gospel redemption through his 2009 arrest, lengthy delays before trial and conviction in 2017, sentencing to life with a 25-year non-parole period, and an ongoing appeal that may reshape the narrative yet again.